I always feel like someone is watching me. That's got to be how Amazon Web Services feels because throughout the product, there are awesome monitoring capabilities that we have. Let me tour you through these monitoring capabilities, just some of them, of course, in this nugget. It's important to realize that there is built-in monitoring capabilities for almost every service that you have in Amazon Web Services. If I go into Amazon S3, for instance, and I have my AJS Networking Photos bucket, notice that one of the things that we have is the ability to go to management, and there is all kinds of tools that we can use to help monitor and manage this bucket. One of the cool tools is analytics, and another cool tool is metrics that would allow you to literally see how much bucket size per bytes per day is going on for your storage. Now, the tool that is underlying many of these metrics is called CloudWatch. Let me show you. If we go to services and I go to EC2, another popular service, as you know, and I go to running instances, here I have this management Linux instance running. And if I go down to this bottom results pane and go to monitoring, we're seeing all kinds of cool metrics here about the utilization of this virtual machine. And notice it is CloudWatch that is giving us these metrics. If I go and click on the hyperlink for CloudWatch, we'll go into the CloudWatch tool and notice that there is all these metrics for this account under billing, the elastic block storage, the EC2, the S3, logs themselves. So CloudWatch is putting its tentacles, if you will, of monitoring into all the different services, or many of them, and giving us great monitoring metrics. And we can even pay additional money to Amazon Web Services to do advanced CloudWatch monitoring of our services. But by default, we're getting a basic level of subscription inside of Amazon Web Services. Great stuff. But what if you wanted to take your monitoring to yet another level? Notice that the EC2 metrics that we are monitoring are for things like memory usage and CPU usage and network bandwidth and things of that nature. But what if we wanted to monitor specific API calls to these resources? In other words, someone goes in and changes the configuration of one of our EC2 instances. Notice CloudWatch wouldn't monitor something like that. Not a specific API call to the EC2 resource. So what do we have for that? The tool we have for that, I'll go back to services and I'll do a little search for it, is called CloudTrail. CloudTrail is to track user activity and API usage, as it says here, and this allows us to really play with power as far as what our Amazon Web Service engineers are specifically doing to resources that exist in the cloud. CloudTrail goes more with security than it does with performance monitoring. For example, performance monitoring is CloudWatch, 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 where CloudTrail gets more into like auditing events that are taking place, and we may be interested in that from a security perspective. So the two big stars of the show as far as monitoring AWS goes are CloudWatch and CloudTrail. Know these tools, an overview of these tools, and know the key difference between them, which of course is one is focusing on performance metrics, while the other focuses on API calls and events that are transpiring against your resources. One is more of the classic monitor, that's CloudWatch, while another is more of an audit tool, that's CloudTrail. I hope you found this nugget informative, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.